and welcome to Vixen's Vibe Crochet Cowl. This is the very first lesson where we will begin with the very simple edging. Now the edging is completed with your main color and your color H, whatever that may be. We will also be using our size I or 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, or whatever size crochet hook you need to get gauge. Now I am using a Brava sport weight yarn because that will give us the best drape on our cowl. I love this yarn. It's really easy to work with, and given that the We Crochet website is very accessible to a lot of people, it's a great option for this cowl. So to begin with, let's go ahead and start with your main color, whatever that may be. And we will begin with a very simple chain stitch. We will begin with a slip knot directly on our hook, and then we will chain 10. We will be creating a very simple single crochet back loop only rib. So beginning in the second chain from hook, you never count the loop on your hook as a stitch. We will work in the back loop only and create a single crochet. Then we will go to the next chain, back loop only, and work a single crochet. We will do this all the way across these chains, and we will have 9 single crochets when we are done. When you reach the end of your row, we will go ahead and chain 1 and turn. Working back along those single crochets, we're going to work in the back loop only again and single crochet all the way across. When you get to the end, if you're uncertain if you've reached the end of the row, go ahead and count your stitches. I like to count the V's right at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Chain 1 and turn. Make sure you're not working into that chain. Go into the back loop only of the first single crochet and continue on. We will continue working these single crochets in the back loop only until we have a total of 98 rows complete. Now, I don't want you to think that the entire cowl is just some ribbing like this, okay? Yes, we're creating this ribbing and we're creating it the correct length so that we get the circumference we desire, but we will be folding this ribbing in half, and we will create a casing for a drawstring. So we're going to have a lot of fun with this. So take your time, get yourself a cup of cocoa, maybe relax, listen to an audiobook or some Christmas music, and finish up all 98 total rows of this single crochet ribbing in the back loop only. Once you have reached the total number of single crochets in the back loop only, we are now going to fold our ribbing in half, just like a hot dog, okay, just like so. And then working along this edge, we're going to single crochet the 2 halves together. Now, I have fewer rows than you do on yours because I'm making a smaller sample. But once you fold it in half, you will chain 1, and then literally working into both sides of the fabric, you are simply going to single crochet. Okay, and given that you have 98 rows on yours, you should end up with 98 single crochet by the time you get to the other end. And it's at that point we will do some it's at that point we will do some foundation single crochets. So let's go ahead and work along our ribbing just like so. Just pull the 2 halves together, work that single crochet, just keep it as consistent as you possibly can, and as long as we get to the correct number of stitches at the end, everything will be exactly what we need. Keep everything lined up. I find it very easy to kind of look for the edge here and then look for the corresponding edge over there. And I will use the hook of my hook to kind of pull up a loop if I need to, and just work along. Okay, I'm going to continue on mine. You continue on yours. When you get to the end, we will do some foundation single crochets. When you have reached the end and all of your single crochets complete, it's going to look a little something like this. And it's at this point we're going to do some foundation single crochets. So in that last stitch that you made, let's go into that same space, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, draw through one loop on your hook, yarn over, draw through two loops on your hook. Now we're going to go back into that chain stitch that was the first stitch you created. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, draw through one, yarn over, draw through two. So we've created two extra stitches here, and they are foundation single crochet. Now we're going to join to work in the round. So I'm going to bring the start of my cowl over here, and we're going to join to work in the round. And we're going to join in the manner that we will be joining throughout the entire project. So extend this loop up a little bit and take your hook out. Come over here, and coming from the back towards the front, you're going to go underneath that first single crochet, okay, underneath that first stitch, okay? We're going to take the loop that you extended and put it back onto your hook, and then pull that loop through. So now it's pulled to the back, okay? So it looks like you have a little bit of a gap here. That's what we want. We want a little bit of a gap. This is where our drawstring will go in and pull out from, okay? And we have our body of our fabric here. Now that we have joined to work in the round, we're going to do our first round of decorative color stitching, okay? We will be working half double crochets, and we will be changing color to your color H every other stitch. So we're going to go main color, color H, main color, color H. And here's how we do it. We start off with a chain one. Then we're going to do a half double crochet in the very first single crochet here, okay, the very first single crochet. We'll do a half double, but we want to change colors before we complete this half double. So I have 3 loops on my hook. I'm going to pause here. I'm going to grab my second color, wrap my yarn around my hook with the second color. Try that one more time. Wrap around my hook with the second color, and then pull that color through the loops on my hook. So that leaves the color on my hook is the next color I'm going to use, okay? Here is how I do my color work. So I tend to do my color work very much like I do my knitted color work. So I have a color in each hand. I'm right-handed, so I put my hook down here like so, and I'm going to take my yarn. This is my second color. I'm going to go over top of my hook, okay? Over top of my hook. This is where it's different than knitting. I would go underneath my hook in knitting. Now I go underneath or into the stitch, go over top of my hook, pull up a loop. Now I want to finish this half double crochet with my other color. So I yarn over with my other color and pull through. I'm going to do the next half double, yarn over my hook, go into the stitch, yarn over my hook, pull up a loop. I'm going to have to yarn over my hook with my new color, my other color, right? So I yarn over and pull that one up. Yarn over my hook so I can do my half double, go into the next stitch, yarn over my hook, pull up a loop, yarn over my hook, and pull through. Okay, I find it easier to hold my yarn in both hands like this so I'm not constantly dropping the yarn, but I do have to hold on to my hook so I can wrap. But once you start doing this for a little while, you get into a very good rhythm. Like I made the entire Spectrum Stitch Swancho like this, so I'm pretty used to it. Now the difference here between the Spectrum Stitch or even a split single crochet is that we're doing these half doubles, right? So we have to do our yarn over before we go into the stitch. So it's just a little bit of an extra step, but it will be worth it because what we're doing is creating a very simple yet beautiful, colorful edge that goes right up against our ribbing. And what this is also doing is it's introducing you to crochet stranded color work, okay? Because we will be doing crochet stranded color work with our motion like so, but we will be doing split single crochets, okay? But we will be wrapping our yarn around our hook just like this, Okay. You're going to get into a very nice rhythm. And this might take you a little bit of time to get used to it here at the start, and that's totally fine. That's why I started this cowl off with these very simple instructions to kind of get you familiar with color work in general, and then we'll go down and be a little bit more specific with stranded color work using split single crochets and having our floats behind all of our work and making sure that we have nice consistent floats. We don't work over our floats. We learn how to tuck our floats if necessary. There's just a whole lot that happens here, a lot of learning possibilities. But all we need to do here is work all the way around, changing colors every stitch. You're going to change colors every stitch. I think I said every other stitch earlier, but it's every stitch you're changing colors. And when you get to the very end, we will move on to the next step. When you complete your last half double crochet, you should be ending with your main color. And then we're going to join, just like I mentioned before. We're going to go from the back to front underneath the top of the stitch. Grab that loop, put it on your hook, and then pull that through. Okay? It's at this point we can go ahead and we can cut our color H. Let me find my scissors here. But anytime we cut these colors, we want to make sure we leave 4 to 6 inches. That way we have enough yarn to weave in our tails. So we're going to cut our yarn. And it's at this point, now we're going to work only with our color A, and we're going to work all the way around, working single crochets in the third loop. Okay, so we're going to chain 1, and then working into the third loop, it's right behind here, we're going to single crochet. These are going to be a little bit loose. You do not want these to be super tight because we will be putting split single crochets into these. So you don't want them so tight you can't get into them. Okay. And what this is going to do is we will be creating this very lovely sort of Latvian braid kind of look on the front of our cowl. So if you are going through the third loop, what you will notice is you have this V right here that is kind of popping over here to the front side because you're going into that third loop back there. And that's what we want. We're getting this really cool Latvian braid sort of look without the hassle of an actual Latvian braid. All right. And like I said, you want to make sure these are not super tight. Okay. You want to make sure you're getting the gauge that's written in the pattern, 16 single crochets over 4 inches. And so these right here, they're essentially the foundation of what will be your split single crochets. And if they're too tight, you're going to have a really hard time getting into them. You will know quickly if they're too tight. So just get all of these single crochets worked all the way around. When you get to the end of the round, meet me back here and we will transition into our split single crochets. I'm to the end of my round. Once again, I'm going to join just like I did the first time. I go in through the back of my very first stitch. You'll notice that sometimes I will use my hook to go underneath the top of my stitch. Just makes it easier for me. Put my loop on, maybe. Try that again. There we go. And then pull that through. As you are working on the color work part, you want to make sure that this is pulled through really nice and snug. And as we're doing the color work, we will make sure that our last yarn over here that we end up pulling through here that becomes the loop on our hook, we will make sure that that is the color of whatever our first stitch is here. Okay. We're still using our main color, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay. It is time for us to jump into the split single crochet. So this is our setup round for the actual body of our cowl. Okay. We start off, we're going to chain 1. Okay. This is the only point. I'm not going to chain 1. Okay. To start off, we are not going to chain one. I am going to immediately go into the middle of this single crochet. Okay, so I'm like literally going into essentially the body of the single crochet. I'm splitting, what is that, V? I'm splitting the V, yarning over, pulling up a loop, making sure that that first loop pull up is nice and big, okay? Because that's what's going to determine the size of my single crochet, my split single crochet. Yarn over and pull through. Here's the next stitch. This is where we would put our hook normally in just a normal single crochet. But you see that that is the two legs of the single crochet there. That's what I'm saying is the V right here, the two legs. We're going to put our hook between those two legs. So I'm going to put my hook between it and push through, yarn over, pull up a loop. That first loop pull up is real important that we get it nice and relaxed. Otherwise, it'll be too difficult to get into the stitch in the future. And then you would just do this all the way around. Now, I don't start off this round with a chain one because that really loosens up my joins when I'm doing my color work. That's why I immediately go into working my split single crochet right after I join. I do not do a chain one because it starts to get a really nasty gap. Okay, so I am just doing my split single crochets. When I get to the end of this round, I will do a join once again, and then I will put my work aside and wait for the next set of instructions because this is all you have to do here for this first part of the crochet along. Okay, pretty easy stuff. So go ahead, get to the end of this round, then we will join and we will set this down and wait for the next set of instructions. When you come to the end, make sure you put your split single crochet in the very last stitch, and then we're going to join. So come over here to the first stitch here. Remember, you did not chain one, so that first stitch that you're pulling through, the top of it, is kind of on the side a little bit. Pull your yarn through, and we're just going to pause right here. And it's at this point we're going to go ahead and you're going to grab a stitch marker, like a removable stitch marker, and pop it into your open loop and just secure it to your cowl edge, and then set this aside. And when the next set of instructions are out, you'll be ready to go. And when the next set of instructions go, we'll find if we have to change colors right there. We could just pop that out and redo it to change colors. But at this point, this is what your piece looks like. And remember, we are making this crochet cowl from the top down. So we're looking at it upside down. We're going to be going in this direction. But this is the top of our cowl, and we will have I-cord that gets right through there, and it'll hang down. Super cute, right? I think this is just adorable. I love the way this little edge here just gives that nice little finish, and it's such an easy way to add a little pop of color and get introduced to the color work. All right, good luck, everybody. I'll see you at the next set of instructions.